listen, let's think of their choices here. They could have gone more for lane, actually. Braum is decent in lane, but I wouldn't say he dominates lane.
He does with the Lucian, as the blue buff not going to be taken just yet. Down to 1 health. There we go. Grace doesn't get the Q over. Gets the claw in there, though, and actually goes for this engage. Not entirely sure whether that was the best move. Basically out of mana there as well, as the QE is available for Spirit if he wants to go back. Not going to do so as Dread dives forward. Fantastic stealth ult comes in from Grace, but I don't think it's enough as Aiming gets the last auto. First blood goes down as it's, in fact, the Ignite tick that gets it. So Spirit grabs first blood and gets an assist on the second.
Really peculiar decision to go in for Grace. His members weren't actually that close. If they were closer to collapse, you could understand it. Awkwardly, Linderong had already changed. He actually had Ignite. He might have TP'd already. Until that's available, there was nothing to Ignite anyway, so he couldn't cycle it to make it to lane. So because of all of that,
just and top side of the map.
Boom!
They just want to get all of these turrets, all of these turret plates. And going for the dive, actually, is now Linderong does have that flash on cooldown. Fear Beyond Death comes in, and see you later. That's a 1-for-1 trade, and certainly one that you'll take. But Shelly is still there, and they get a lot of plates. So I'm not entirely sure. To this Akali, who's now level 11. Jinair going to grab their first Drake of the game. It is an Ocean Drake at this stage, which is not necessarily Andra we know is so strong. Grace now moving in. Everyone feeling a bit frisky in the mid lane.
We see an all-in attempt. Here it is.
Yeah, there it is. Immediately destroyed as the Jarvan. You knew that that was what's going to happen. And another goes down as the Fear Beyond Death felt pretty free, but on a target that we weren't necessarily expecting. And Jinair just easily get 2 picks.
And they just can gap close so easy. It's not a true ARAM when you don't have your flanks warded. They walk into melee range, look over the wall, instant engage into 2 kills. Stasis can't be popped, so Zhonya's come soon, but first death is confirmed at the whim of the next Jinair engage.
Well, now at least Spirit knows that he's not going to get seen, so can't get targeted by the...
Linderong.
Yeah, in a whole host of trouble, down to almost about half health. The Spirit dives forward, finally uses the stopwatch now as Root. Might be the focus, jumped on there by Dread in the backline as the ultimate takes down Nova as an afterthought, and Spirit's still flagging a Dragon. Grace coming on forward. Dread uses his stopwatch, but now it feels like we've evened out the fight as Yukao flashes on out after the cleanse. And he's going to survive, and Grace may have bitten off more than he can chew, but it was a damn good effort to go for it.
If he had Root and also Marang backing him up, he did so much damage in an AoE. Even had his
move on over. That do not want to give this away for free. Want to even things out.
They don't want to fight front to back either because there's such a squishy front line.
Also, they have poke options, so getting the Ezreal a little bit further forward, allowing them to take a little bit more damage, and the 50-50 is going to be won by a Freak of Freaks.
Lissandra's actually pretty weak. That's the awkward thing here, where Braum just slows down every push comically forever. Finally, though, they're walking up. Could it be?
Yeah, Dread just grabs it. The Empower does it. Now Aiming has to get the hell out of there. Uses all of his buttons, but is going to be safe as Grace. Now just going to get jumped on. Look at that Jarvan support burst damage that comes in. Secures the kill. Onto the Lissandra. Does the Ezreal. And I guess, in theory, in that particular fight, Spirit did exactly what he wanted to do.
Selfo there was so awkward because no one could follow up. Marang, Linderong, they both have flashes, don't do anything. Now they might fight.
Yeah, looking for a few bits of poke on the outside as Keen dives forward. Root immediately going to get stunned. There's the flash coming in from Spirit, showing the Jarvan mechanics, and instantly to leave the rift. The double knock-up works beautifully for the... I don't know how, but it's working. There's a 105 Ezreal that was laning with a Jarvan.
Because Syndra can't hit a side lane. Kali doesn't seem to have kill threat. So it's really about Baron now. Speaking of Baron,
Spirit gonna have to get the hell out of there. Not able to use the Zhonyas in time. Culling used just for fun. But the Jarvan unable to find anything, and he's a heck of a lot, actually. And he benefits from attack speed so incredibly much. As maybe he benefits from diving into the middle of everyone on Jinair as well. Loses his GA for the moment, but now the fight is breaking out in earnest. Can they actually find anything from this? As Spirit's combo not exactly the best, but Aiming is able to grab the first kill in the fight, and Dread somehow survived. Unbreakables there. Good stun comes down as the Braum soaking a lot, but also has to make his way out. Now Linderong fighting five low members of the Afrika Freaks is unable to get anything. Keen dives over the top, has a full bar of energy. Not actually throwing through the backflip just yet. Too many things in the way as now Linderong gets over. Spirit tries to find the knock-up, and Aiming is able to secure the kill in the end. Both solo lanes the only resulting kills for the Afrika Freaks. But is it enough to get them a while? Yep, and Yukel pressed R on Root, and he couldn't actually participate in that fight. After the beginning, as Elder Drake is going to get taken. All right, all too easy. Going in on the E. No Claw of Doom this time, as the Afrika Freaks still haven't started the Baron.
Let's see what they're waiting for. They don't have bot lane control. Frustrating that's moving up, but they have to do it eventually. They finally pull the trigger.
Oh my god.
I know, they've got Mountain and Elder.
Yeah,
it dies instantly.
It's double Mountain Drake because the Elder Drake is
stacking
that one up. And yes, that's a free Baron going over to the Afrika Freaks. And now the dive-in happens. Okay, looking to try and get it. Fear Beyond Death gets a couple of people snared up, and now Jin Air are looking to win this battle because Linderong is so damn massive. Ultimate has to be used from Yukel as somehow the Braum falls down, and Aiming is the one to take control. True Shot Barrage, not going to be worrying about any of these unbreakables.
Jax keep the buffs. They keep pushing forward. They're still so damn strong. Jackson and All-In, and Ezreal and Syndra.
Baron still for another 40 seconds, and they're breaking the base, like you say, in a second position. If it goes down, now bottom lane, I believe they know they have better opportunities of winning a fight if that Claw does come out. Now that that's off cooldown, you can see much more readily moving forward.
So outranged by Ezreal, his Spirit.
That knockup comes down, Malrung trying to turn it onto Spirit. They're buying time on the outside. Keen goes into his stasis and is able to escape. Yukel still very, very healthy as now they're in the Thunderdome. The Cataclysm comes in and now the fire is broken out. Root diving forward, had the Essence Reaver, but is going to get taken out by Yukel, who was healthy on the backline. Teleport to get Keen back into this fight. Dive forward, Counter-Strike gets the stun onto Nova, but he gets out in the end. There's the flash forward from Spirit. Wants to just give himself away to continue the battle. Not sure whether that was the greatest idea as Dread. Now on the back end, Keen trying to get the work done. Q comes down. Nova very close to going as well as Keen gets his health back. And somehow, again, the Afrika Freaks have done it. That he just landed. The backflip's going to come back in. Nope, not going to happen. As Grace comes
before long.
Well, I mean, it's 2 minutes away, so I agree with you, Papa. I think that we are going to get there 30 seconds until the inhibitor comes back off.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Essence Reaver now online as they pick off the Syndra. Dread now, Counter-Strike is on cooldown, and they've decided they are just getting the heck out of here on the side of the Afrika Freaks. Spirit, Sacrificial Lamb just turned into a Frozen Thrall, and now the Elder Drake is Jin Air's if they want it. The Baron is also going over to them.
Oh, they got the Akali. It was the Syndra. She's down, though. It's still a threat. There's Ezreal, Jax, and Akali, a very powerful brawling trio, but the Elder is started. Can Dread steal this one away? TP just to stop the minions ending the game.
Well, both of the inhibitors have spawned, so they're not going to be taking down that Nexus turret. Yeah, you're exactly right, 4v3. But now with an Elder Drake feels like an even worse situation. It will. Dread's doing his very best to try and keep himself in a position where he can threaten to steal this Baron away. Not going to happen. Oh! What the hell? He stole the Baron with his ultimate and gets himself a blue buff in the meantime. What the heck was that?
That's exactly what they needed. Now the back time is going to be interrupted.
Oh, and he's going to be able to take down Nova because they timed the back so nicely with Dread jumping in with a Counter-Strike. Aiming just comes back on the Afrika Freaks after a week off and saves forward here. And of course, Keen, he was in the mid lane. He took down a turret, an inhibitor, already. They'll grab the two that they prepared earlier. Just, yeah, the inhibitor is going to go down. Claw comes in, but Grace doesn't take it. Gauge options dwindling. Super creeps are now going to be coming 2 by 2 by 2.
You got to fight over something. It has to be this last turret, Jin Air.
It has to be the Nexus. I mean, if you don't fight over the Nexus, you just lose the game as Linderong dives forward, but doesn't get anything. Not even a Banshee's Veil. As Malrung, he's the one that's picked up the mantle of Engage, but now the dive forward as Root in the backline having to deal with Keen, who flashes to get his way out. Aiming, jumps on over. Look at that burst damage as Keen finishes off the kill. In the front line, though, Dread is going to get taken down to that GA as now the conga line of minions is going to fly in, and Dread somehow again miraculously surviving.
Could have gone for at the end of the last engage. He hit the Nexus with his true.
I really want Lucian to cull this, but it will not happen.
God, that is so much damage.
Afrika have 4 stack Storm.
No, he didn't. He went scored. I think we did see it. I'm pretty sure.
Whoa! I saw the W auto. That was most of an inhibitor.
Yep.
Jin Air, I don't know how you're going to do this. Show me the way. Show me this game going 60.
That scat of the week was disgusting from Yukel. As Linderong, he's going for it. Righteous Glory comes in. The exhaust is down. Just wants to kill his lane opponent.
Can they
to
get the
prove
Urgot
a point as in goes Spirit.
Dread's
Gets
into the
a
game.
decent amount as yet. Dread's decided that he's got his passive from his ult. Keen wants to join him. The Nexus will go down. Spirit, the only one to die in the last team fight, but Afrika walk away after an hour with the victory in game number 1.
57-22 between Afrika Freaks and Jinair. I see some smiles on Aiming in his return to the team, but they're probably just a bit of it. Ivers is fine, and this will be Vladimir top lane, Lissandra mid lane, almost certainly.
How many things fit inside the Cataclysm is the question.
As well, so right now, game plan is actually coming together way better than expected for the side of Jin.
Well, they're going to dive on top of the Callista here. Does flash to get out of the way, but Killer Instinct will follow. And that is just an overstep for Root. Vision available of where Nova was, and Root had no business being up that far. No ward in this brush, remember.
Malrong was actually ultra safety. He knows it's not easy for him to read into. Here's the
Oh,
game.
yeah, another flash play to come down here as Aiming has to use his flash. Spirit down into his stopwatch as Dread comes on forward, wants to find Root, does still have that Umbral Trespass, jumps into the Callista and wants to clean it up. Oh my god, Keen! The Hemo Plague is glorious. Cool guys don't look at explosions as Linderong gets the massive CC, but you know what he gets for it? The present is death. 2 kills going over to the Vladimir.
And they actually ace the team of Jinair. They take them all down.
In early games, they've looked good in multiple games so far this season. But just every time something goes catastrophic. That was looking like it should have been a Zoe solo kill. Okay, fun doesn't stop here as it's a really nice lantern to get Root out of danger as Dread, Umbral Trespass onto Grace. Maybe not his opportune target, but that's just bought all the space for Aiming to dive on forward. Grace dies as well. It's a double for the Kane. Make that 4-0-3 over to the Afrika Freaks jungler. This is looking like a 2-0 from what going to be, but in Rust form, you're able to be a little bit tankier as, all right, I guess point blank is a great way to miss a trouble bubble.
Ning's itemization on.
All right,
That's
we
been
got
weird.
the
We're going again.
back in. Yeah, Yukal is going to immediately self-ultimate, try and get some damage, and also bother everyone as he jumps further. Circle of Frost helps hold everyone down, and my god, the Afrika Freaks are just having their way with Jinair at this point. Dread diving on over, and this is the Rast experience that you expect. Actually just hopping underneath the turret. No worries there at all as Malrang goes down, makes Spirit look a little bit funny. But Aiming picks up the kill in the end, and this is what happens when you're able to smack people with your wallet. It's 1-14.
Passing
no. And this is an Ocean Drake. They wish it was a different one, but they'll take everything on the map because it's theirs.
Possibility.
Well, they're going to realize now, what are they going to do about it? The answer is nothing, Papa. Teleport going to come down. We are going to see the Baron falling as Spirit uses his regular engage. Hook's not going to land as here's the dive. Triple kill already for the Kane. Can he pick up more as Aiming dives on over? Says no, but that's going to be the triple, and Grace dies. In the end, it's just going to be a 3 of a kind, but it's a 3 of a kind for the newly imported. Just wanted to make sure he was perfected. Red certainly making it look good this game. But the context is a pretty muddy one.
Dream game, right? The
game
for SK Telecom T1 in the Casper Cup. It is really good. Obviously, when you can EQR in and Kai'Sa can follow, it can be very powerful.
As far as muscle memory, he's got a lot of it. As he dives on forward, Root immediately has to flash, and that's going to leave his support to die. Frozen Tomb comes in. Root's trying to dance around this one. We'll be able to get some sticks back through, and Yukal does have to be the sacrificial lamb. They lose Linderong on the back end. They've broken open the base, and the Afrika Freaks have sent everyone to the fountain.
Can they end the game here? They're looking for the push.
Well, Dread has to be very, very careful as there's the dive forward. Aiming! Flash Voidseeker picks up the kill on the Zoe, and Keen booped back under the fountain. He's going to be taken out. Nexus turrets. The next one to go, it's a double kill for Aiming, though, as he's just on cleanup duty. Able to do so, and it's a 24-minute game 2. That's going to buck the trend of our idea about Jinair and the length of their games, as, my god, 2-in-a-row victories for the support Jarvan, and Kane starts his LCK career off with a bang.
26 kills in less than 24 minutes of gameplay. Jinair, unfortunately, just had that nosedive that the gold graph will also illustrate in the early game after a really nice early plan to try to deal with the Kane. Kane kind of had the game.
Solo lane is
Oh,
there's
he's
the
doing
LeBlanc.
Oh, no.
Yep, and look, this is why I had to talk about it, Pop
Oh,
Smithy,
no.
because it's 9.2. They have been making the plays as aggressively as they possibly
They're
can.
doing things, Atlas. They're
That's
not
what I
just
mean.
being scaled on. They're being proactive in a meta that's defined by proactivity like this.
Yeah, there's the flash kick. Showmaker still gets tagged by the Q. The chains are going to land, and the Rise, Aftershock or no, is going to go down on fleek with another first blood.
Engage range is just so insane when it's Lee Sin and LeBlanc.
Picking up that assist very early on, able to stay in that lane, pushes forward, gets a turret plate. This is exactly what Sandbox want to be able to do, as Canyon's going to jump forward, looking for OnFleek, misses the W though, as Joker looking for the flash, and the response as a leash. OnFleek gets all of his health back, teleport to bring 5 members up towards Shelly. She is a very popular lady, and it feels like both of these junglers are going to have an opportunity to try and steal, as there's the Justice Punch. And see you later, Nuclear. That was a very weird teleport. Canyon's going to pay for it as well, as Nuggery has to Umbral Dash to get over that wall and back underneath his turret.
First whoopsie of patch 9 to understand. They get the Rift Herald, like you say, so they get out with something. But just a bit of a brain fade, I would say, coming through from Nuclear. As picture-in-picture, the LeBlanc's doing some damage.
Yep, Nuclear's going to go down yet again. And Dove, this is exactly the snowball that Sandbox wanted. We mentioned things like, when can the Rise stand in a side lane against the LeBlanc? Well, she's 1-0 and 3.
Distortion range, but sometimes things like that can happen when the lanes are broken a bit. We just had a skirmish, so lane assignments on his fix. Speaking of lane assignments.
Oh, here we go, Dove looking for another one. The flash to
Chain.
try and get Showmaker out of there as he's turning it. The ultimate's running here from Canyon. The first explosion of damage down on the Lee Sin as Distortion gets Dove out a little bit further. Mimic still available.
We know that because it's double Ludens, double early power, it's not contestable to go near an objective that you don't have early vision on. Kill game, if it stays 1-4 in 10 minutes time, there's a real chance down 1.
Yeah, there certainly is a clock on this one for down 1, but it's a decent time for Sandbox so far, as Dove's going to move on over. World Ender very early from Noggery as he's trying to stick underneath this turret. He's going to be able to use it, avoids dying to the ultimate, but the repositioning is going to be good from Summit, and the dive should be easy. Elementary, my dear Watson, as Sandbox Gaming take him down under the turret, and now look to destroy that as well.
And Damwon Gaming try to play Baron side. Now they're transitioning that vision to the Infernal, hoping to fight there, but they could be flanked. Here's Summit.
Yeah, the vision bottom side is actually fantastic though, but this guy's just so damn big. Here's the hero's entrance. Hoyt the only one that's going to get knocked up, but they're happy to get any of these picks. And Nuclear can't get anything done in this team fight at all. Dove just going to solo zone him out of this whole fight. True Shot Barrage for a bit of damage, but a bit is not enough. 5,000 gold now the lead, and a big fight win for Sandbox.
And Sandbox just
I'm not entirely sure, but this is exactly the Sandbox game plan that we've come to know and love. Realm Warp is going to be utilized there just to get some vision as Joker comes on over with the Justice. Okay, there's the double pop, but the Rise with the Aftershock's not going to get exploded, and Canyon's even going to survive now as Joker trying to keep himself alive and trying to keep Damwon out of this pit. But the Baron is available. It might just be a 50-50 as Canyon has to go into the stopwatch, and it is the Baron taken by Sandbox. Only going to lose one, and Noggery's going to have to dive his way over. Showmaker in here as well. So there's a kickback onto the Rise, immediately taunted, but does have the stopwatch, and Canyon wants to be able to get a bit on fleek. The Triumph proc keeps him alive. Joker's going to be sacrificed. It's a double now, as the Fear Beyond Death does get the fear, but has to disdain to get himself out of the Infernal chains. There's still some Barons on it. Then doesn't die to Canyon over the wall, gets the kickback onto Showmaker, basically does everything. Here's the headbutt Pove, diving on forward. Nuggery's going to get big damage in here, and now Nuclear can actually fight in the team fight. Double kill for the Ezreal, who has a freshly completed so far in the LCK. It certainly does. Which Sandbox is going to come in here as Noggery's going to get kicked back up. Looks for the damage as World Ender has to be used so early as on fleek. Now over this wall, Nuclear in the backline is relatively safe, but Hero's Entrance just wants to get rid of this Aatrox. They are going hard for this pick, but he's got so many different tools. They're not enough as the World Ender does expire, and Sandbox get the pick off on the Aatrox.
Noggery too brazen
that
again.
Long Noggery, that might have been the mistake that's cost them this game. As Damwon Gaming don't want to give it away without a fight, but 4 versus 5 is not a fight that I'd want to take. As Joker in a little bit of trouble, Showmaker doing so much damage. The last Q comes in as Canyon flashes forward, doesn't get the Baron, as that one belongs to Sandbox, but now on fleek in trouble. Hoyt trying to tank them all up. It's a decent kickback, but Nuclear does get zoned by the Lee Sin, and Showmaker fighting Ghost isn't going to win that battle.
Not able to contest the Baron. Dove's coming in. He wants Nuclear for dinner. Let's see if Nuclear can turn this.
Yeah, isn't going to be able to get the chain. Nuclear does a lot of damage, but not quite enough. against those two members of Sandbox Gaming. On Fleek looking clean on the Lee Sin, secure to be able to defend this.
It's going to be
very
three
easily.
members.
Summit is just so tanky as well. Didn't have to use the Gargoyle.
Sandbox choosing between options here. Noguri can come in. Here's Canyon.
Yep, looking for the backline there as Ghost is in a fair bit of trouble, but they're looking for the turrets. First kill to go down here for Damwon Gaming, but Worldender going to be procced very early in this fight, and Dove going to go down. Canyon trying to leap away as Summit gets the fear beyond death, but not the fears on the members of Damwon as OnFleek is gotten rid of. And now the Realm Warp is going to bring a few members of Damwon Gaming to try and find Summit on the back end. Remember, this is not the Galio that we're used to seeing. And Nuclear gets a teleport that he wants this time. Hero's entrance, True Shot Barrage not going to find the target, and Hero's entrance was interrupted, meaning that Joker is going to go down. Sandbox Gaming fighting off more than they can chew, as they have in the past.
Man, definitely a fiesta at the...
Summit able to hold on to that one, but was very close to losing the GA there as Nuclear comes in with this teleport to make sure that the Urgot doesn't get a free ride out, but respecting that True Shot
makes that tricky for Damwon to pull up.
Now Hoyt looking for his engage opportunity as Joker also doing the same off to the side. Not going to get too much poke there as he just goes back in, gets a decent double taunt. The rest of the team not quite there. Hoyt just going to get deleted though as Sandbox looking to make it more. Realm Warp not going to find anyone to safety as Hero's entrance gets the knock up they're looking for, and see you later Showmaker. You're in the death chamber now as Nuclear trying to get his way out. They do get the GA of OnFleek, who's a little further forward than he wants to be.
Vision control they have around the Baron. They're just able to wait for a mistake from Damwon. Someone is always going to split off. Either the Alistair or the Aatrox's going to open for an engage, and in that time, you just turn on that one member. It doesn't matter.
Turrets and everything that's in Damwon's base. Remember, only one Nexus turret does remain for Damwon, and they've been given a long leash. A lot of opportunities for Damwon to get back into this game, but the team fights have just been so good when they've worked for Sandbox. They've always got the Barons. They've always picked up what they need to. Noguri going to be knocked back into the team yet again, but does have a lot of ways of staying alive. Not going to live for as long as he wanted to, though, and that's OnFleek getting rid of him. Summit gets the fears as well as Nuclear. That is not going to be enough shield from that Seraph's Embrace as he gets onto this fountain. But that's the only place that's safe for the Ezreals. The Nexus is going to be taken down, and Sandbox will take game number 1 against Damwon Gaming.
Really interesting game number 1. A lot of feeling out between two pretty evenly matched teams. I think overall Sandbox deserved the victory. They were very...
Finally, you can use that line again, Papa Smithy. Is Kenny being considered and locked in?
AP Cannon as an instant response to the Renekton try to... Noted about Damwon Gaming is how they really stack the deck around Canyon as mid lane.
Yep, right in the right position. Q lands, of course, and Dove picks up first blood.
Lane positioning there from Showmaker is a pretty big fail. He knew that the enemy was so far up the lane. Thinks he's going to be safe, but isn't. Able to be taken down through the bone plating, and now Canyon looking for a turret dive. How about 4 members?
Yep, they got 4 people under here. That's a fantastic taunt to come out from Joker, though, as Hoyt should actually go down. No, he isn't! As Nuclear having to tank this one up. Dove makes his way down. It's a double underneath the turret as Showmaker just pulls himself all the way back into this game.
It gets a huge cheer from the crowd because everyone's... We'll have to once again stop talking about Damwon Gaming because right now it's Noguri versus the world.
Yep, as Dove looking to try and stop him from pressing further forward as there's the slicing Maelstrom. Good double stun to come in there as Dove throws out the ultimate. They still want to find more, and they do. Flash is not going to be enough to get him out, though, and Noguri's going to trade.
Timing there wasn't off there on the Akali. Ends up being a 1-for-1, and 1-for-1 plus Inferno would actually be another trade-up for Damwon Gaming. Sandbox going into a lot of assertive plays, some being pulled off, some not. And the Inferno here with how much damage on the side of Damwon Gaming. 4 carries and a Braum. Going to be a big pickup for them.
Yeah, 7 minutes moving into a 2,000 in mid lane. Might be an opportunity, though, as he is having to go back home. Gunblade relatively close, but feeling way too far away. Here for Sandbox is OnFleek, gonna move on out. Gets the kick back. Dove already over here. Slicing Maelstrom, though, should be able to get a decent stun as the ultimate comes down from Dove. Looking to find a few more. Has to flash to get himself over here, but he's on the wrong side. And that auto attack being taken down And what the heck does Summit actually do this game? You know, like he's got a Tiamat, he's got a Kindle Gem, but that's it. As Nuclear looking for on fleek, and this is not the Lee Sin we saw in the last game. Just going to take down the lead. Joker is going to be an afterthought, but still definitely dead. And now the Lucian is on fire.
And now we need to zoom out and say, what did Damwon get in terms of their call at all? Damwon going to take down a Cloud Drake, and yeah, again, the epitome of the rich get richer in this game.
It is. It is. I feel like Summoner's Rift is now being confirmed to not have a dress code.
Noguri in his classic overextended position.
Yeah, but looks really good doing it this time around. Q going to land from on fleek, though, as he does get the kickback. Can he follow with the resonating strike? The answer might be no, as Damwon able to get this rotation over. Hero's entrance to come down onto on fleek, but I don't know whether they can save his life. The safeguard's there. That's going to be enough as they trade 1-for-1. But now Summit finds himself on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift, with not enough slices and not enough dices to get him out of this one. 2 kills go down one after the other. A double for the Aatrox.
They get the kills eventually. They do take down Kennen, but Noguri just doesn't Baron. It's going to spawn in 30 seconds. Too early to pick up that objective, but everywhere they go, Sandbox should just be giving them up everything.
Yep, not entirely sure what Ghost was doing right here,
He's
but
dying.
he's definitely dead. Nuclear's going to be easily able to pick that one up. It's not like he was greeting for a turret plate or a kill on a turret of flexing champions all around the Rift.
Why Renekton is a blind pick in Korea against Noguri. This is the last guy you blind pick. It's Sword, maybe. But,
Ring of Frost going to come down as Joker is just going to die as an afterthought. Shroud is in there for Dub to keep him alive, is now on fleek, going to try and make a play, but just going to kick Nuclear the wrong direction, and may even die to the culling as the flash comes out. Nuclear over the wall, easily able to grab that Dove with the items on cooldown. Going to have a bit of a problem here, just tries to get onto Nuclear, which was very, very cute as he made that one work, but when you're this far behind, just looks like a joke. 13th
wave is theirs. We don't do surrenders in pro play very reliably, but this is definitely the one you surrender.
It is.
Baron buff goes down, and the gold lead is going to get... I feel like the biggest offender... Let's look at the gold lead now. Ooh, 15,000.
One of the biggest gold leads at this time that we've seen so far in the LCK, is we're just going to make it even more. Dub diving back forward, but I just don't think this Akali actually does anything. Hero's entrance down from Joker to try and keep him alive, and does so, but on fleek is going to be the sacrificial lamb. Now Summit taking the most damage from this cannon.
Good use, Ghost got a minion.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult as their turret's just erupting on the map for Damwon. We're
will he
moving
back
towards
or will he not, Atlas?
20,000 gold.
Oh, he's TPing.
Oh, okay. To award in their fountain. Not exactly what you want to be doing as Joker wins a war, going to come in, but that's not a war that you want to be fighting right now. Mr. Debonair Galio, Damwon with 5 members, is going to be taking down the next one. In goes Noguri, boom goes the dynamite, and see you later, Sandbox. That is the last nail in this coffin that started being built at about 4 minutes into this game.
They were lowered into the ground so quickly, Atlas. That wasn't a viewing party.
That was when the rope snapped at the funeral, Papa Smithy. That is not what you want.
Not too many people giving eulogies here because they died real quick.
With Noguri there, and don't give it to him.
And this was a price you had to pay to ban Tahm Kench Nocturne. You couldn't spam bans against Noguri. No summoners Nuclear to help out on. Spotted on Vision.
Yeah, he's going to move on over. The grand entrance, oh man, that was real slow, but Joker still going to get hit by it, and Showmaker makes his way down here as well as Joker's going the other way. They'll only be getting 1 kill here, but it's going to be first blood, and it is going to be going over to Damwon Gaming. Hoyt jumping over that wall with the flash. The Q is going to land, but Joker's taking him on a wild goose chase. Oh man, the slowest of the grand entrances, but still able to lock down the kill is the Ricard.
That was a short range one, so you don't notice.
Yep, teleport going to come in here, but Shelly, she's charging on forward. That's all that money.
Flip it up, but ever since the range on 9.1 for acquisition was extended, things could be bad. Here's the gank.
Yeah, quickness has been procced, and that looks fast enough on the grand entrance. The Summit comes in with the teleport. Canyon's going to get punished, and Damwon Gaming not going to be able to find the gank at all, and Ghost is going to be fine.
They knew the ult was down, and they want more.
Yeah, Hoist's just going to get kicked. On fleek coming on forward, and Sandbox just using their extra power that they have with these champions and on fleek, respecting Nogger.
Backline access and AoE wombo. If you're Sandbox Gaming. Team fighting wise in the late game, it's definitely a huge advantage. If it gets to 30 minutes and you're at even gold, you take the team fight comp in the late game every time from Damwon. So it's risky to run comps like this from Sandbox. traditionally or recently they've been able to play them out. You make one big mistake, and that big mistake might be now. Things can go away from you.
Yeah, turret's going to come down. 4 members of Damwon up towards the top side. It's the quickness. Still works this time. Good knockup from the hero's entrance as Showmaker can't find the taunt target. Trouble Bubbles are now in amongst this fight, but the trade is good for Damwon Gaming. The dive forward as Nuguri gets exploded. No Hemoplague to be followed up on this time as Paddlestar does work onto Showmaker but doesn't get the Trouble Bubble. Can On Fleek do it? Can he make the big kick?
He's actually looking down the lane for one Ezreal here. He's not expecting this.
Yeah, there's the flash in. See you later, Callista. You are dead this time. Not going to be out. Oh! Survives! What the heck was that? Turns it all around, and Sandbox Gaming used their early advantage. It's not over yet, though. The explosion does finally come in as Nuguri has to flash to get out, but still, I'll be typing worth to the end of me life in the all chat. On Fleek, trying to jump on top of Summit, doesn't actually need to.
Moments where AoE wombo doesn't matter because the map control was surrendered in the early game.
Well, here's the fight, actually. Quickness does tie a couple up as the Callista is going to die this time. Joker gets a nice triple play, but he's going to follow him. The Oath Sworn going to go into the Death Chamber. And Sandbox, they lose the bottom lane this time. Can they clean up?
And how did that start? That's the question I don't know the answer to, because 2 picks is a very heavy price on the top side of the map, and Callista especially dying with both summoners. Kick used.
Yeah, kick back onto Showmaker as OnFleek just gets himself taunted and dies. Okay, Sandbox throwing their lives away as Nuguri takes a lot of damage here. The pull is going to negate a lot of that damage, but it's not enough. And the CC lasts for too long for that pull to work.
Both sides making some pretty big mistakes.
Vladimir, what they can actually do about it, we'll have to find out.
Oh, actually drawn out of Canyon, was worried about a paddle star. He has to walk up. It means he doesn't have this. He's re-engaging.
Yeah, he's deciding to use it for an engage tool now as the Oathsworn is going to be pulled back. The Kindred, the Callista, can she actually get any work done in this fight? As Summit just dives on forward, looking to delete Hoyt. Not going to be able to do so, but now Canyon is dead because there's no opportunity to utilize the World Ender. And the flash forward from Showmaker, but it's on to Joker. Can they get anything more as Nuguri dives onto Dub in the back line? But the Hemoplague's not going to kill him. Paddlestar also not going to work out. He's going to be there. Tides of Blood doing some work as Nuguri's able to dance around, but Ghost doing the same thing. The Ren not going to get the first kill, and the trade is going to come in. Nuclear also now able to get the DPS through, but Damwon Gaming not going to be able to get anything more.
They continue to poke around. Damwon aren't able to get vision. That's the hard part still for Damwon Gaming. But the
ability to regen his health. Sandbox moving on over half the health bar now on this Baron buff, and like you say, Hoyt looking for it, gets in there. Grand Entrance doesn't work as the Battle Dance means that the quickness doesn't do anything. Summit into the backline this time is looking for that deletion, but he is taken down instead. They're going to trade back as Ghost is dancing around the fight, but that Ezreal that we were talking about, so much damage availability, and Joker is going to be traded.
It plays into Sandbox, they run at it. How will Damwon play this? Hemoplague back off cooldown.
Well, Vision's certainly available here for Damwon. That is a very late teleport, though, as the Ren stacks are sticking in there, and Ghost has decided to commit. On Fleek's there, they do take it down, and the safeguard is beautiful. Flashes over the wall as Dove, the only one to be traded, and Sandbox will take that any day of the week.
They needed to be assertive. That was the right move. Roll the dice. Go into that big matchup later this week against Griffin. 5-0.
Exactly. They are going to take a couple of games at least, as now the engage comes down. Canyon wants to deliver a gargoyle into the backline, and this time, Hoyt gets the quickness. The Grand Entrance is looking pretty damn grand this time, and Sandbox are melting. Summit still alive as Ghost also able to get a double so far. Can't dance around this team fight quite well enough, and Nuclear is going to survive, but no! Summit grabs the kill with the empowered Shock Blast. Top laners, the ones left standing, but Damwon Gaming pretty happy. So careful playing around Noguri's position, but with him on the top side of the map, they're going to continue playing around it, and that means a free Mountain Drake goes over to Sandbox.
Away from vision control if someone walks up too fast. And Damwon Gaming, the Rakan especially, find the backline. Those ARAM rolls are out the window. Speaking of ARAM, Hoyt.
Summit gonna run on forward, does get the leap to the skies, and now Hoyt is in trouble. Accelerated Shock Blast is in there, the quickness, the flash, is able to get himself out. Now Nuguri in the backline, Joker comes on down, Ghost dives on top of a Vladimir, not sure whether that's what they wanted to do, but Nuguri gets all of his health back. Zhonya's is there, Joker is not, as he's going to get taken down by Nuclear. And now Summit looking to run away. Dub looking for the poke damage on the disengage.
High health bars on their carries. They run at Baron. Is there anything Damwon Gaming can do to stop them?
Well, there's no World Ender available from Canyon here, and now Ghost able to put those sticks in there. Not going to be a true 50-50, and it's just going to be taken. Damwon Gaming just basically gift a Baron over to Sam.
It would be a fiesta. Because we're seeing so many fights that are 50-50 and execution being important. But this is the meta that was introduced and with face check.
The face check from OnFleek does have the Guardian Angel, remember, and is going to get taken down to it as Noguri wants to get the team fight, goes into the Sanguine Pool, gets a good Tides of Blood, but has the Zhonya's there as well. The Vlad is still alive, and that means that this is going to be a Damwon team fight. Joker the first one to go down, but Dub able to nail a lot of that damage, but Ghost has been CC'd. Now down to his Guardian Angel. Summit can't get the work done. Finally, the Vlad will fall, and now Ghost is bouncing around the fight. Gets the double in the end, and Nuclear wants to get it. The auto's not enough, and Ghost survives. Sandbox somehow win a miracle team fight and get the ace around the hero's entrance. Stunning stuff here, and Ghost on 6 items makes the Kalista look like a deadly late-game threat, and they will win the game and take the series.
There's good starts to the season for a promoted team, and there's 5-0. The 5-0 confirmed. They go in undefeated till the time they face Griffin later this week.
And look at how excited they are as well, finally getting some redemption against a team that was certainly with the winning record over Sandbox in Damwon Gaming in Challenger before this. They promoted alongside one another, but it was a rougher road in that promotion series for this Sandbox squad. However, what matters is the LCK, and what has happened is a 5-0 start for this Sandbox squad. Fantastic stuff. It was one of the longest pauses that we've had so far, but goes that man on your screen right there, able to pull it back together. Oh man, so many things going wrong, so many opportunities for Damwon